On Wednesday, December 13th, 2017, a Thai court sentenced 76-year-old Lampe Siam to life in prison after he was caught attempting to sell 20 kilograms of methamphetamine in the Golden Triangle region. Lampe was lucky to avoid the death penalty, since this is the formal penal measure for most convicted drug traffickers in Thailand. Lampe's wife was sentenced to 25 years and his 2 sons were sentenced to be executed. However, Lampe's indictment is actually unusual, and his sons may avoid death due to corruption, lack of resources, and poor communication within the justice system. Lampe's story highlights the issues of social justice within the Golden Triangle between Myanmar, Laos, and Thailand. Drug trafficking is not a new phenomenon within the Golden Triangle. This area of the Mekong was responsible for the majority of illicit opium production since the 1950s, until it was overtaken by Afghanistan in the mid-1990s. Up until this time, Myanmar, formerly Burma, produced over 50% of the world's opium and refined over 70% of the world's heroin. The Golden Triangle is not located near any major cities. Being distant and rural, the population live simple lives, many in poverty, and consequently drawing little government attention. Competition from opium production in Afghanistan has pushed Myanmar and the Golden Triangle region towards methamphetamine production. Whole towns have emerged from transport networks which are reportedly fueled by drug money that is filtered through the region's economy. The Triangle acts as a major intersection for trafficking, as the river facilitates commerce between countries, and illicit substances can then easily travel along overland routes to supply black market hubs in major cities. But what is social justice, and how does it relate to the problem of drugs in the Golden Triangle? Drawing from Clarke's 2006 article, Social Justice, Education and Schooling, Some Philosophical Issues, we have identified 5 relevant aspects of the concept. Firstly, dignity and self-determination for individuals, families and communities. Secondly, maintenance of a standard of living sufficient to ensure that everybody can participate in and have a sense of belonging to the community. Thirdly, genuine opportunity for all people of whatever age, race or gender, regardless of socio-economic position or ability to develop their own potential. Fourth, a fair distribution of the wealth and resources of the nation, including access to resources which contribute to social well-being. Fifth, acceptance of the identity and cultures of the different peoples within the community and understanding and respect for cultural diversity. We believe these 5 factors are intrinsically tied to issues of drug production and enforcement within the region. There are presently efforts underway to improve social justice in the Golden Triangle. Thailand now hosts the Safe Mekong Coordination Centre, SMCC, in Chiang Mai town, which helps coordinate investigations between the 4 nations of Thailand, China, Laos and Myanmar. First launched in 2015 after discussion regarding the issue, with countries explaining they could not tackle the problem alone. As well as this, in January 2017, Thailand hosted a meeting of ASEAN nations detailing the ASEAN Cooperation Plan to tackle illicit drug production and trafficking in the area. Since operations began, Thailand, Myanmar, Laos and China have reported nearly 600 arrests, along with solving 590 drug-related cases. Over 5,000 law enforcement officers have participated in around 840 operations. The SMCC reported they have seized over 71 kilograms of heroin, 38 kilograms of methamphetamine, 1.2 kilograms of opium, and 4.12 million amphetamine tablets. There are also efforts being made by the Chinese government in partnership with local governments to educate farmers in the Golden Triangle on how to grow other crops in place of opium, such as cotton and rice, as well as informing farmers the danger of the drug market as a source of income. This is aimed to steer farmers away from the drug market as a source of income and instead replace it with a sustainable crop they can live off and sell for income. Counter-narcotic efforts are vital to stop the flow of opium and methamphetamines in Southeast Asia, but they must be paired with viable economic solutions for the upland farmers involved in drug production. For instance, within Kachin State in northern Myanmar, a worker will earn $8 per hour farming opiates compared with $2.50 working on a legal farm. And whilst efforts are being made by China and other government and intergovernmental agencies, many farmers argue that it is not enough, and the problem cannot be solved by simply encouraging the farming of alternative crops or hardline approaches to drug trafficking. Evidently, the difficulty of the issue does not centre on one aspect or place, but weaves together many contributing elements, hence why the drug problem in the Golden Triangle is such a wicked problem to address and provide justice for. Whilst there is progress, the positive outcomes of such efforts is precarious due to ongoing conflict, corruption and distrust in law enforcement and government agencies, and greater domestic policy attention shifted to the positive areas of economy rather than the negative ones. These reflect the 5 aspects of social justice identified, namely a lack of reliable income and opportunity, which limit individuals' self-determination and then push them towards illicit activity. Moreover, distribution is an issue within and between states. The resultant patterns of migration create difficulties of integration, with these poor and ineffectual states unable to practice programs for diasporic engagement, again creating communities which are inclined towards illicit activity. Social justice is improving within the Golden Triangle. In such a rapidly globalising world, it remains to be seen if the efforts will be effective or forgotten.